The fallen leaves drift by my window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear a winter song. But I miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall.
Hello, we're here at the airport. It's our first day going to Boston, and got here on time, but then we found out our plane was going to take off later, so we're really at the airport early, just relaxing, had breakfast, and waiting for our flight.
Here's Miriam. We're all semi-awake and ready to fly.
Okay, so I will be the photographer for this trip, so you might not see a lot of me, but here I am ready to go, and I'm excited.
Please come to Boston for the springtime.
IRC Charla, this is our room.
Hello.
We're at the Hilton Boston Back Bay. Here we are, and we got here for only $5, which was good. Actually $6, because we tipped the driver for dropping us right at the door. Okay, this is a view of Boston from our room in the Hilton Boston Back Bay. It's very scenic. And we're about to go on a walk of the Freedom Trail. Okay, we're starting out on our walk. We're leaving the hotel and we're going to find the Freedom Trail. Down this escalator in this Trader Joe's. Look at this. This says it's a base for the Boston Marathon. And they have a unicorn in the window. Okay, so now we're in this area where there's a farmer's market across the street and this old church.
I think I can get a piece of fruit at the farmer's market.
Yes. Something on the sidewalk about the Boston Marathon, and it shows the map of it.
Hello.
Boston Commons, where the Freedom Trail starts. Where the Freedom Trail begins. Oh, we make a good picture. We made it to the Freedom Trail Visitor Center. Here we are. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, this is Miriam and Charla. Point to the line. Okay.
This is the line.
This is the line. I just went and asked the visitor center, where's the line? And he said, there it is. Stupid. And now I see it.
Starting and following the red line of the Freedom Trail.
Start singing.
Oh, follow the elephant road, follow the red line, follow the red line.
Okay, very good. Whoops. Here's Miriam. Here we go. Walking here. This is the road. The first thing you see is the Massachusetts State House. That's where we're walking now. There's another memorial. There's a sign about the Boston Common. And behind it is the Park Street Church. Street with some kind of decoration thing. Ooh, it's so sparkly. In the olden days of the 17th hundreds, it used to be a granary, and this next to it is called the Granary Burial Grounds. They're having a restoration here right now of some of the areas. We're thinking this is Mother Goose. Old stones. You can barely read them anymore. In this cemetery is buried 3 signers of the Declaration of Independence, Benjamin Franklin's parents, and Paul Revere. This is a monument to Benjamin Franklin's parents. Monument to Paul Revere. You can read that. Here, people leave feathers here. This is called the Old State House, but actually is not as old as the new State House, which we saw before with the Golden Dome. And this was the State House from 1800 something, 60s to recently, like 1969, but now it was made into like commercial, and it's actually a Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. And here's Charlotte taking a picture. This circle represents the site of the Boston Massacre. It says that. Okay, Charlotte, are we cold and hungry now?
We are cold and hungry.
So we're headed back now to eat dinner and rest.
So we had dinner at this place called the Summer Shack, which is a fish place. Well, they didn't have a huge selection of fish. They were mostly turned out to be lobsters. So Miriam and I had some salmon, and Charlotte had to settle
Hamburger.
hamburger. But I liked my dinner, and we'll try to select carefully for not tomorrow night, so there'll be more of a selection. But we had a nice time. Now we're going to bed, and tomorrow we're going to continue the Freedom Trail walk.
And we also had some hot cider, apple cider, when we got back to the hotel.
Yes.
Well, did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned.
Okay, this is the second day of our trip. We're in Boston again. Now we're going to go more on the Freedom Trail. This morning we're going to have a little picnic of our breakfast, and we're waiting to go to the Boss Kicks booth and see if we can get tickets for a show. And that's about it for the start of our day.
Carla pointing to the Boss Kicks booth is where, and here's Miriam. We're waiting in the line. Charlotte.
We're riding on the subway.
Okay. Making a big mistake on the subway. We have gotten finally to the correct place, and we've walked to Faneuil Hall, the very famous meeting place where the civilization our country began. It's called the Cradle of Liberty, because it was a meeting house where all the famous speeches of revolution were made. Statue of Samuel Adams. We saw his tombstone yesterday. Outside of Faneuil Hall, and we're by the Quincy Market. Everything is very scenic. I missed most of it. Okay, we're leaving the market area now, where we spent lots of time and money in the Faneuil Marketplace. We had a very good time, didn't we, girls?
We had a wonderful time.
Okay, now we're going to, we have a little time left to do the Freedom Trail some more, but that's about it. Trail. We're going down a street called, what was the street called? Miriam determined it was Marshall Street. It's a little skinny street, and on it is this old tavern. There's a tavern, it's not old, it's called the Green Dragon, but it's named after an old tavern. And this is the John Hancock House. It's a very old building that was named, it's like from John Hancock's brother Ebenezer Hancock. That's what Miriam's looking at now. And then this next building is there's going to be a Boston Stone. I'll show it to you in a second. Okay, this doesn't look too exciting, but it's called the Boston Stone. And it's actual stone that was used to grind pigments in 1700 by Thomas Child, a painter. And it's been here, enshrined with the date 1737. In the famous Haymarket area where there was markets here since Boston was first founded. But we're moving along. Okay, in this street, and there's like sculptures in the street. I won't get hit by a car, but these are very interesting. See, these are actually in the street. We're walking past there, but what that was an actual sculpture in the ground by Mags Hearies that recreates the clutter and litter of the market day, those bronze sculptures in the street. North end of Boston, which is a famous Italian-American area, and we're headed for Paul Revere's house. Houses around here are Italiano. At the Paul Revere house. Well, where are we going?
I'm going to Paul Revere's house.
Okay.
I'm going to go in. I paid my $3.
Cool. Okay, here's the place. We're going to go in. This is the Paul Revere house. It's been all restored and kept here for us to see. I'm able to show you the inside of the house because they don't allow photography, but Charla will give you a short recap.
Yes, when you first walk in, you kind of see how a kitchen would look at that time. And then you kind of walk through another area where it showed like a sitting area. When we went up the stairs to the bedroom, there was more of like not just a place to sleep, but to also socialize. So there was a little table set up with cards, and it's like a parlor. And the bed is kind of a status symbol, how much you spend on your bed with all the linens and everything. And then we went to the next room, which was a smaller bedroom, where like his grandmother or his aunt might have stayed and watched maybe a few children.
And here is a statue of the man riding his steed, and back here is the church.
So that's the church that way?
Yes. Okay, the steeple of the Old North Church towering heavenward over the north end is perhaps Boston's most famous landmark. Here is where they put the signal lanterns to signal.
One, if by land. Two, if by sea.
So here we are at the Old North Church, actually. And this will probably be the last thing we'll see because we ran out of time. Didn't quite finish the Freedom Trail, but we did a goodly portion of it, right? Right?
Right.
There's Miriam. Wave, Miriam. Here she is at the Old North Church. We made it. Okay.